Hello, flutes, and welcome to song number 60, Alouette. Uh, if you made it this far, you've already gotten your orange belt, and now you're on to your red belt. In this song, you will learn what this curved line means. This curved line, which is connecting two notes here, this half note and this ta, does something very special to these two notes. As you can see underneath it, the song is telling us 3 beats for these two notes. Well, how does that work? This is 2 beats, and that's 1 beat. Well, this is 3 beats because a tie, this curved line right here, connects the two notes like a plus sign to make a new longer note. So a half note, 2 beats, tied to a ta, 1 beat, 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this is how we get a note that's 3 beats long. We tie a half note to a ta to make it 3 beats long. Other than that, in this song, we know how to play all these notes. This song is just teaching us what happens when we tie 2 notes together with this curved line called a tie. We know that it makes a new, longer note. And I see a tie here, a tie here, here's a tie, another tie, and one final tie. So let's start playing this song. We have here an E flat. We know this note tied to another E flat, so that means this first E flat we need to play for 3 beats long. And then we have an F ta, 2 half note G's, and a half note is 2 beats long. And then we have, well, actually, let's just do those first 2 measures. I'm going to slow the song down from 97 down to 80. That should be pretty comfortable. So here we go. The first 2 measures. Remember, a half note tied to a ta is 3 beats long. Here's an example of what that's just going to sound like, that note by itself. A 3 beat long E flat. 1, 2, 3 beats long. Rest. Now I'll play those first 2 measures for you. So our rhythm, if you're using tas, would be ta, 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 ta. So remember, 3 beats long. A ta is 1 beat, and a half note is 2 beats. Here's the first 2 measures. Not very hard. I just need to remember that a half note tied to a ta is 3 beats long. And look at the next 2 measures. I see 4 tas. Ta, 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 ta. And then a ta tied to another ta. So if we're thinking about this like a math problem, a ta, 1, tied to a ta, which is 1 beat. So 1 beat plus 1 beat equals 2 beats. So this note is 2 beats long. It's going to sound like a half note, which is also 2 beats long. But when we see it on the paper, on the music, it's going to look like 2 tas tied together, but it's going to sound like a half note. So I have 2 tas here tied together, and I have 2 tas here tied together for 2 beats long as well. Our notes: F, E flat, F, G, and then E flat for 2 beats, and then a B flat for 2 beats. Here are these 2 measures. And if I go back to the beginning and put those 2 pieces together, and then looking ahead, I see the same thing as the beginning. I see E flats, right? E flat tied to another E flat, a half note, 2 beats, tied to a ta, 1 beat to make it 3 beats long. I see an F ta. I see a high G half note. And then it looks different. Remember, it's going to sound the same. 2 high Gs tied together. So a ta, 1 beat tied to a ta, 1 beat is now 2 beats long. So this measure is going to sound the same as this measure. It just looks different on our paper, but it's going to sound the same. Let's play those two measures. And then finally, our last two measures we have rhythm, ta, 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 ta. Because remember, a half note, 2 beats, tied to a ta, 1 beat, is now a note that is 3 beats long. And our notes are F, E flat, F, G, and then finally our note that's 3 beats long is a E flat. Here is the last two measures of the song. Rest. I'm going to bump it back to the second half of the song, starting right here on this E flat, which is now going to be 3 beats long because a half note, 2 beats, tied to a ta, 1 beat, 2 plus 1 equals 3 beats long. Here's the second half of the song. And finally, from the beginning, here's the whole thing. I feel super confident about reading these notes and understanding how a tie works. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun, and I'm going to turn on the background track to play along with it. Sorry, that background music was a little bit loud. I'll fix it for future videos. All right, flutes, that's the whole song. That's how a tie works. If you have any questions, please leave in the comments or send me a message. All right, flutes, bye.